Maybe, yeah.
I want another program. Yeah, dude. Show me the ways.
We're practicing. We've been practicing, but you know things do happen. I've been on set where guys come early, and that's fine.
Yeah. Wipe it up and go
Yeah,
again.
keep going. You guys do that all the time. You guys can just keep going.
I guess you practice.
You get the nervous nut out and then continue. Like
how is it? Because sometimes you have like these crazy angles. How do these camera guys get those angles?
Yeah, it's so funny.
They just get in there, right?
No, they're like
there?
between your legs. They're right by your dick. They're on your shoulder.
Yeah, like
they're right here.
Those like POVs, like the point of views. That's just like the camera over the guy's head, right?
Yeah.
Or does he hold it?
No. Some people are filming it themselves.
They'll do it themselves.
Yeah.
Oh.
But then there's the other ones that you see. It's like more professional camera.
Like they'll be laying down on the bed, the guy's hanging over.
No, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
It's literally the guys
I've
are
seen
like
behind the scenes.
No, it's crazy because like the more amateur ones that you'll see the guys are holding and doing POV.
Yeah.
But then there's the professional ones that you could see the difference in camera quality. Those are the camera guys. The guys are laying back like this and the camera guys on top of them.
Yeah. Like
And
the guy getting the head is not even enjoying it.
You're fucking and you're looking at the girl through the screen with homie.
What's up, everybody?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Coffee Breakup.
Starting Christian Vieira.
And Marvin Jones, the best ever, do it all, the best ever. The car goes wild. So with that being said, if you're watching this, most likely you're already on Patreon. Thank you so much. We love y'all. You guys are awesome. If you're listening to us on Spotify and iTunes, you're listening to the whole episode on the go. Thank you so much for supporting there as well. Short clips on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Twitter.
Go to the website at coffeebreakup.com. Just change it, actually. Looks really good. So.
Is it really?
Yeah,
you don't tell me these things no more.
I'll
take a look at it.
Yeah. Whatever. Fuck all that. We got an amazing guest. I'm super excited. Gina Valentina.
Fuck all that.
How are you?
I'm good. I was just telling you guys I'm a little nervous.
Don't.
You're fine. You're fine.
It's dude. This is we're very professionals at this point. It's gonna feel like
Yeah.
I know I'm supposed to be professional, but I feel like a new.
No, you are.
You've done podcasts before, right?
I did. I actually had a podcast of my own at one point too.
Really?
Yeah.
What was it?
It was a comedy podcast with Kyle Massey and Kevin Mack,
Okay.
Disney star.
Yeah.
From That's a Raven.
Oh yeah.
And then,
Really?
Yeah.
What was that like?
I was laughing a lot.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, I was laughing a lot. We had lots of porno jokes, good old porno jokes. And just story times. And, it was cool. It's cool. But it was kind of in the beginning of COVID.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it kind of fell off. And I was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us, how old are you, by the way, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 25.
You're 25. Oh my God,
Yeah.
so young.
Yeah.
Wow. Like, you guys make me feel young.
Ripe old age of 25.
25 is like a
Yeah,
perfect
man.
age.
I'm turning 26 next month. Actually, this month. Oh, my God.
Really? When's your birthday?
February 18.
Okay, it's right around the corner.
Oh, man. It's like right after Valentine's Day. It's like right around the corner for real.
It is.
Yeah, it used to be really depressing for me.
Really?
Yeah, Valentine's Day and my birthday, like one behind another.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I guess for some people that could be like,
But not anymore, Good
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're taken woman, right?
Yeah,
I
taken.
believe.
I saw you guys had a little date the other night.
That looks
I saw
so
the pictures
cool.
that were posted. You guys
Oh
were cooking,
yeah,
right?
yeah. We
that was
cooking.
pretty cool.
That looks pretty dope.
That was
Food
awesome.
look good too. Oh, like, it looks tasty.
But yeah, I don't know. Where do you guys want to start?
Tell us a little bit about yourself for the people who may not know you, or who are unaware. Who is Gina Valentina?
Well, if you guys are new to me, my name is Gina Valentina. I'm an adult actress, and now I do OnlyFans. I'm retired. I started when I was 18, 3 months after I turned 18. Kind of ballsy.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's so weird because I think about myself back then and I'm like, wow, I was a really different person.
Really? A long time ago.
Yeah, man. I mean, 3 months after 18 and
But how did that come to?
Yeah. How did you walk down that path?
You know what? I will be honest. I don't think a lot of us have a plan in life, right?
True.
We're kind of just winging it, trying to figure it out as we go.
Still
Whatever we're comfortable with. I grew up with a different environment where maybe sex work wasn't so frowned upon. Like my mother also did sex work and to provide for her kids. And and being around adults a lot. And I honestly just seen a lot of struggle growing up, and I did not want that. I was living in Miami. I didn't really have a lot going for me at the time. And I was dancing at Tootsie's in 11.
Really?
Yeah. And then I ran into an old friend from high school, and he was doing porn. And he kept on offering it, and I was like, nah, I'm good, I don't need it, I'm fine. And then my curiosity grew. This documentary came out called Hot Girls Wanted, and it was like based in Florida.
Okay.
It was a Netflix documentary, and I got so curious, and I was like, fuck it, like, I really need to get the fuck out of here. Like, there's nothing going on for me in Miami. You know, there's like nightlife and what else? That's Miami, right? Like, what else you got? Like, so with that being said, again, like, I wasn't 100%, so I started doing extra work. I really liked it. It was really, really crazy seeing people have sex.
What does extra work do? What do you do?
I just flashed my titties.
Okay.
Like as when you were dancing or was this outside of
this is when I was dancing, and I would do some extra work in porn.
Okay.
Okay, so just to get my feet wet in the industry. I didn't want to jump in, but
makes sense.
When I was on set, people were so professional. People were so like respectful and kind. You get paid really good for that age. Like,
true, it's a lot of money. Yeah.
Yeah, like at that age, you know, you just show up and who gives a fuck? I didn't know how many people watch porn. I'll be very honest with you.
Really?
I had no idea. I just thought like, I'll do it, and I was getting checks, and I wasn't seeing no videos come out, so I had no problem. And then I started shooting full sex, and kept on doing it. It was kind of crazy. I liked it though, because I felt like a virgin.
Yeah.
Everything's new, everything's fresh, and I had a really big curiosity. And one thing led to another. I started shooting full boy girl, and then my first scene came out for Bang Bros.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
That's where the magic's at.
Oh my god, man, it was crazy.
Really?
Yeah, because at that point I was like already like 3-4 months in. I was flying to LA. Like, I shot everything I could in Miami. Like, did everything I possibly could. Now I'm flying to LA, like professional.
Okay.
Reading scripts, no gonzo or amateur stuff, like voiceover, or like
big time.
Yeah, like costumes.
Hollywood.
Yeah, Hollywood.
Yeah.
It was wild. So I was in LA, and then my first video came out. I am freaking out because I'm like, this is it. Like, it's out there. There's no taking it back. I cannot close my leg. It is there. And I watched my video, studied it, and I was like, fuck.
You studied it?
Yeah,
like,
I had to. I had to.
What I can do better.
Yeah, I was like 18. Okay, I look young now, or you guys think I'm young now? I was super young.
Yeah.
I looked very, very young. And, you know, that sells.
Yeah, of course. No.
It just sells.
Of course.
I don't want to say too much, like, negative stuff about it, but, you know, there's a lot of older men who like young girls, and that's what sold, you know.
Epstein, remember that guy?
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Yeah. I'll say I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. But it's okay. Everybody has their kinks. Everybody needs to each own. I was of age as well, so it's like,
of course.
So I'm looking at my video, and I'm like, fuck. This is it, guys. Like, I have to do this. And if I do it, I have to be the best. I have to do my best. My very fucking best. I'm gonna look good.
Yeah. Well, you're already doing it.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah, no, at that point I was like fully committed. And yeah, I loved the industry. I met so many amazing people, so many crazy people. So many interesting people. I got to travel so many places around the world. I got to meet a lot of celebrities. I got to meet a lot of influential people. I got a lot of opportunities. modeling for Kanye, music
so
videos.
Pretty sick.
Yeah, that was pretty sick. That was like, wow, Kanye, nice to meet you. Thank you so much.
That's so cool.
Yeah, he dressed us for the Pornhub Awards. So we were
When
like,
was this?
Oh,
A couple years ago, no?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been a couple of years now.
Yeah. Sure.
But yeah, I was really fortunate because it doesn't happen to everybody. Like, not everybody becomes successful out of doing porn. I really lucky. I had a great attitude. People thought I was really nice and put together. And a team player is what they would say. I'm dead, bro. I'm dead. I just remember like Penthouse, like making me Penthouse Pet of the Year. And I asked them, like, why'd you guys pick me? And they're like, well, you're a team player, Gina.
I like that.
You make our job easier. And I was like, wow.
That's awesome. Okay.
That's nice.
I'll take it.
Fuck it. Yeah. There's a lot of divas in porn.
Yeah. When you say diva, what do you mean? Like,
there's a lot of girls thinking like their pussy is like the best pussy
like
out
gold.
there. Like golden fountain pussy.
Really?
And it's like, yeah. And it's crazy to me because like I've always been the same. Like always. From the beginning to the very end. I was like very humble. Like I didn't think much of myself. Like I would talk to the crew, like the camera guys, the lighting guy, the audio guy, like the directors. I would be super cool with them. And the talents too, like but a lot of people just think really highly of themselves because, you know, that's in industry. People are like, oh yeah, you're hot. You're
Well, you
sexy.
think because they've been there, like they're like veterans, like they've been there for a while, that they think that, oh,
well, maybe they're like
it's
top
actually
stars.
the younger ones.
Just maybe the
Really?
new upcoming ones.
It's
with
the
popular.
younger ones that think they have the hot dick.
Really?
Yeah, because it's new. It's new. You have this new persona. People are like fans. You have fans now. You're a regular person, and now you have fans.
It's like almost like a culture shock. A little bit.
It is
It's
completely
different,
a
right?
culture shock. Like when I started having fans come up to me, it was like crazy.
Yeah. You know what? Let's talk about that. So then you took the step forward. You did it. The moment that you were like, okay, the video is about to come out, were you kind of panicking at that point? Did at any moment where you're like, fuck?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I was watching the video like, fuck. Like,
Yeah.
there's no way taking it back.
Yeah.
This was a decision I made a long time ago, but I told myself, this isn't the end game. This is the beginning for me.
Okay.
And these are stepping stones. I'm using this to, like, elevate myself.
Right.
To somewhere else.
Yeah.
Which I have. I've gotten so many opportunities and real acting jobs. I auditioned for Euphoria. I did not get that part because I did not look like that part. The girl Chloe Cherry.
Oh shit. That's
Yeah,
so,
so
dope.
we were auditioning for that part. That my agent told me. I was so excited. But they didn't go with anybody. But then they found this girl's Instagram, and she does adult, and she was with my agent at the time, and they got her. But she had a really specific look that I think fit really well for it. I think.
Yeah.
So yeah. I used it as a stepping stone. I got a lot of recognition in the culture, like, you know, for a lot of different people.
Yeah.
It sounds like you were super smart about it. Like you did it. You committed to it. You tried to be the best at it, and you said, "I'm gonna get in, get out, and do everything I can to be."
Yeah. It wasn't. I will say in the beginning, it was really hard because a lot of people said, you have tattoos, which was a thing back then. You have tattoos, it's going to be really hard for you to make it.
On the contrary, I would say no.
In porn?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's like edgy.
I had this lake tattoo, and I would be like, this girl with this boat tattoo, man. She's so good, but fuck.
Really?
Yeah, and it was really...
I guess it like takes away from like the child, not child, but like the young 18, like, right?
It's exactly what you're saying.
True.
The young look. Because I
Clean,
looked
pure.
young. I looked
see that.
young. I had a baby face.
Yeah.
My body was didn't even look developed at the point.
Yeah.
So having that tattoo was like really hard for people to hire me at first.
What do you think like sets you apart? Because I gotta be honest, you're like top shit. Like you're like hot shit.
I will say I think I have a great personality. I just
Really?
Yeah, I honestly think it was my personality, and I have a really nice smile.
You're very bubbly. You're very bubbly.
Yeah. I'm really good at taking orders. And Just a good
player.
Yeah, team player. The way I have to make that sound. But yeah, and I had a great connection with a lot of people.
Yeah.
I think that goes far. I think a lot of people don't.
Yeah.
A lot of girls didn't make time
to like network properly.
Yes, and I just know this. I had an amazing agent. He's like a legend in the industry. His name's Mark Spiegler. He's been in the industry since like the 80s.
Oh shit!
Yeah, the porn industry. Like he was like a producer at one point, and now he's an agent.
Cool.
They used to get European girls to come to America way back in the day when that was like a thing.
Holy shit!
But yeah, he's represented Riley Reid, Sasha Grey, Asa Akira, Abella Danger, myself, a lot of huge names.
Yeah, throw your name in that bitch too. Hell yeah.
Fuck that.
I was really, really proud about that because I stuck with one agent for a long time, which he wasn't the best, but I was like, you know, I'm not gonna be jumping around. I have to like just work my ass off and on set, and people talked about me, like directors told him about me, and I ended up signing with him, and honestly, he took my career to like the next level.
That's so sick. That's really cool.
That is dope. But it's also, I think what you were saying, that you got this far where you are today because you were really good at networking, saying hi to everybody. You were nice to the crew.
I was super nice. I would give hugs to everybody. I was like, good morning. Like giving hugs. How are you guys? And then I'm a stoner, so I'm like, you guys want to get high?
Yeah. You're social, bring everybody together.
And a lot of the girls, I will say, like, would go to set. They don't really socialize. They're kind of like,
I'm here to work.
Come in
and you know, they're not nice to the guys. You'd be surprised. Like, the girls who are fucking the guys aren't.
Really?
The girls who are fucking the guys?
Yeah, not all the girls. Some of the girls are cool. But, like, over there.
Yeah.
We'll deal with you later.
Right,
you know, they're not trying to make a friendship relationship with the people. Yeah. I've made a lot of friends with the talents, a lot of the guys and girls. So it was always good. It was always good vibes. Every time I was on set, it was like just like hanging out with my friends.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Yeah.
And we've also heard that you would think, in the industry when they shoot, like the guys aren't really professional, but I hear it's rather the opposite. Everybody's usually professional. Everybody's there to work. Everybody's on point.
Everybody's very professional.
Yeah.
I would say the newer guys are like, just because they're new and they don't understand how like the industry works, they probably are a little bit more unprofessional. Meaning like they'll try to fuck the girls off camera.
Sure.
Try to hang out with them afterwards, which it can be, cool. Like some girls are down. I would be down too. Like fuck. I just wanted to have a good time. I wanted to have a good scene. Fuck it. Yeah. But everybody's really professional. Everyone's really cool. I really appreciate the industry, honestly. Before porn, I don't think I was as confident as I was until after porn. I gained a lot of confidence.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And
I love that.
I would expect. I mean, you gotta jump in there.
Yeah, man.
And there's a lot of people. You have to break out that bubble that, okay, people are going to judge me. So many different elements that come to it.
Yeah, man. I mean, you're butt-ass naked on camera. There's you're so vulnerable.
Yeah, that's true.
You're so vulnerable.
Look at it. We should do an episode with no clothes.
Yo, if you guys did an episode with no clothes, I'm telling you how vulnerable you would feel. What conversations would come up then?
We'll just put a sock on, not on our feet.
We have to put it on the OnlyFans. We have to do OnlyFans.
That's possible.
We'll get into OnlyFans too, so you can teach us how to get it done.
Just call it the Stiff Sock Podcast.
Ooh,
I like that.
I like that.
Yeah, trademark that.
I wanted to ask you just before we transition out, what was a moment that really was shit? Like, I think I'm big time. I made it. People are coming up to me now. Yeah. Holy shit! What was that moment? And also, what did it feel like too?
I don't think there was a moment.
Really?
I don't think there was a moment. Like I said, I'm really humble. Like, I don't think much of myself.
Get out of here! Really?
Yeah, I never put myself where I'm like, wow, I'm that bitch. Like, nah.
Really?
I've always been like, this is cool. Like, this is awesome.
But something must have
changed.
You must have realized that you're like, holy shit! Like, I'm
honestly, it was after I left porn.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What like how? You look back or something? Or were people like, why are you
make-
leaving? Come back.
I'm making so much more money now than I ever did.
Because it's your money now. You're more,
Yeah.
well,
Oh.
not fully, but you're more in control.
Yeah.
Crazy, guys. It's crazy. Like, you know, you'd get paid you get paid a rate, right, in porn. There's not a percentage. There's not like a
Really?
Commission or whatever. Yeah, yeah,
Who's in control of that rate? Is like the people who
your
are
agent, yourself, and then the companies that hire you. You come to an agreement. When I started in the industry, I was not making that much money.
Okay,
I was especially being a tattooed girl. I had to
Right.
earn my keeps.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I was making like $700 a scene when I first started.
Yeah.
That's like, and that's not me going for an hour to go fuck. I'm like there for hours, you know, shooting, taking pictures, waking up early, doing makeup, hair, reading the scripts, doing all this stuff.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, and then taking dick at the end of the day.
Finish off.
So, yeah, and then obviously years went by, your rate gets higher, you
Sure,
get
of
paid
course.
more, you know. And that's fine. I was getting paid like $1,500 end of the day. But I was so tired. I was working for like 5-6 years. I'd done a lot. I wouldn't say everything because I haven't done everything. There's a lot when you say everything.
Sure.
there's
Includes
a lot.
Yeah,
But
includes a lot.
yeah, I've done a lot. So, like I'm well experienced in life, and I'm grateful for that because like I don't think I would have had the opportunity to try so many things in a safe environment.
Yeah.
Like I've had, you know, fantasies or like fetishes that
Been
I
able to
wanted try.
explore.
Yeah, like I did bondage, which was really cool. And back in the day for kink.com, which was like a huge it's actually in San Francisco. It's like a dungeon. It's actually back in the day was an armory. Yeah, a military armory. And
Sounds wild.
it got flipped into like a kink dungeon.
Like turning over in their graves right now.
But yeah, so
shit.
these were like big things I wanted to try, and I'm super glad I did, and I'm well experienced now that I feel like I'm so good.
Yeah. Okay, there you go.
I'm so
You see?
good.
You know
I
it.
am
You
so
know it
good. So yeah, so around the like 5th, 6th year, I was done.
You got out.
I was shooting with my friends, and honestly, I was acting a fool on set. Like, I was shooting with my friend Adria Ray and Spencer, and I was just, like, talking in a, this sounds bad, but in the voice of the Down syndrome kid. And it was, like, just, like, fucking around. Like, I was not being professional at all. I was
Yeah.
over it. Like, I was being a complete clown. Like, thank God, like, the people that were hiring me were my friends at that point, and they're like, Gina.
Yeah,
They know
yeah.
you.
Yeah, like fuck it. Let's just get it done.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
So I was done. I was not in it anymore. I wasn't happy.
Yeah.
5-6 years doing it, going home alone. You know, you have your friends, but everybody's going through their stuff. It is a very lonely industry. It can be.
Yeah, I can
I can see
imagine.
that. I can see that.
Filtering the pool.
Yeah. I mean, I dated a little bit while I was in porn, but it always came back to like, this is what you're doing.
Yeah.
And I'm a lover at the end of the day. Like, I just didn't want to struggle in life. So I just wanted to make as much money as I possibly can
Yeah.
in a short time.
Yeah.
Because I'm not down for a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys.
No, that's all good.
We're working on it.
Guys, I love this for you guys. This is great.
We're
But
working
because
on
you
it.
Thanks for
doing
the
some
reminder.
Sorry.
That's all good.
My apologies.
Don't worry about it.
He's like looking up.
Yeah.
When
Going through it right now.
But yeah, so I really honestly was done. I retired. I did my last scene with Riley Reid for her site, and then I did my professional last scene with Team Ski. And then I went to AVN. AVN is an award show. Adult video nominations. So if you've gotten nominated or had the best ass or best anal scene or best girl or best orgy scene or best MILF,
It's like the Oscars, bro.
It is.
Academy
For
Awards
porn.
for porn.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
It's honestly great. It's
So
like
you got nominated?
I get nominated every year.
Have you
that's
won?
cool,
Yeah,
dude.
but
I've won like 2 or 3, but
That's pretty cool,
it's
though.
whatever.
It's whatever. It's
what do you got?
symbolic.
What are your trophies? What are your
It's
awards?
so fucked up, man. I got it actually. Sorry, I got 1 year when it was during COVID. Like, so they were doing the award shows online. It was super whack.
Virtual.
Yeah, and then my first award I actually got the last year that I went, my last hurrah, and I got a best, I think, all girls orgy and best VR scene. So that was cool. I've gotten nominated for a lot of other stuff, but there's so many people who get nominated, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
And my agent at the time taught me, like, fuck the nominations. Like, that shit doesn't matter. What matters is how much you got in your pocket.
Yeah.
And I was like, you got a point there, sir.
That's pretty
So
cool.
if you win, you get. Is there
A
an award?
prize?
Is there a prize?
Yeah, the-
I mean, a trophy.
that says that you got the best ass.
Maybe they give you like a.
I mean,
like a bonus or
you know what? You get a lot more work.
Sure.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
you get a
maybe.
lot- you get a lot-
Reputation.
Yeah, so
Reputation.
Yeah.
I went there. That was my last year, and my good friend at the time, Abella, brought her friend Andres and Tiffany. And I actually met Andres before, but I didn't give a fuck. He didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You know, we had completely different lives, and he was in Vegas, and we met there. And that's where I met my current boyfriend.
Oh, that's right. You were telling me.
Yeah, which is really funny because, like, we don't really think about it. Like, we met and, like, started, like, being, like, we just had, like, this weird, crazy connection in Vegas at AVN. Like,
and this was after this one you had already retired?
this is
Yeah.
literally right after I retired.
Interesting.
Yeah,
So-
but I wasn't looking for anybody, but it just kind of happened.
Yeah.
Well, but somewhat, because it almost feels like, because you were saying how, oh, you know, it's pretty lonely, like it's hard, like I would date, but so then you retire and then
look what happens.
stumble upon this guy.
Yeah.
Like a fairy tale.
It was really funny. It was really funny because I was starting to be happy again. You know, I left myself
When you
Fine.
started dating him, or okay, when you left?
when I left the industry.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think a lot of my fans can remember there was a time, even Andres remembered, because he knew me and he's seen my page, but he would never like talk to me. Like he never tried to reach out.
Yeah.
But he seen I was like super depressed. Like I'm talking about like people were like, this girl's about to kill herself. Like it was like really
Damn,
depressing.
you were going through it.
Yeah, I was just really sad. I was just like really sad and really lonely. Like up at 5 o'clock in the morning, like listening to sad music, watching anime, like
Shit.
drinking a beer, like sad as fuck. Like, and that's just how I've always been. Like I'm a super happy person around people, and then I'd be like really, really
Down
sad.
by yourself.
Yeah, I was super, super sad. So I actually, when I quit, I did it for myself. Like I needed to. Like I was like, I can't continue doing this. And then whatever, I went to AVN and I met him and he was super nice, super polite, like such a gentleman. I was really shy. Surprisingly, even being a porn star, like still get shy when I'm talking to guys. Like that's normal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. I'm just a normal person. I just had sex on camera, you know?
Yeah, but when you would do it obviously on camera, you had to like get into character.
I
Right?
would
was that
completely-
easy?
Completely different. I shoot with my dude now and it's day and night. Like
Really?
I was having sex in the bedroom and me having sex when he has a camera on, it's day and night. Like the porn star comes out for sure.
Really?
Yeah. It's just like in me. Like I start talking dirty. I start looking at him. I'm like
shit.
very animated, but like when the camera's off, I'm like,
Yeah.
ah.
That's funny. That's funny.
Yeah. So
But I
it's
mean,
pretty
I feel
funny.
like it also helps because I mean, if now you're basically your own business now, so
Yes.
like you almost have to continue putting on a performance. You know, it's what's gonna get you paid.
Yeah.
But when you're with them and the cameras are off, you can just be yourself.
Yeah. In the beginning, when we first started shooting together, it was still a little hard for like me to get that.
Like to
person.
adjust because it's because you feel like you're almost back in it again.
Or you felt
It's because I cared about him.
Sure,
Because
okay.
I didn't. Now I cared about how he perceived me. I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks about me on set.
Yeah. Oh, it's true.
You know,
Yeah.
I could look stupid as fuck. I could say something silly or like I can maybe think I said something sexy, but that didn't sound sexy at all, and I
Yeah.
wouldn't care. But like, I really liked him. Like, I didn't want to look silly. I didn't want to look weird. Like, but, we got together in AVN and we really hit it off. He really likes anime. I liked anime. We were like super passionate about
That's so
it.
dope. You guys bond over that.
Yeah,
you know?
no, for real. Like, we were like, yeah, you watch this? Oh my
That's
God.
so cool.
Yeah. And the day before he left Vegas, we went out to a browser's party and we were drinking. And the night before, we were all sleeping in the same room. And like, he kissed me on my forehead while I was sleeping. And I thought it was the most sweetest thing ever. I've never had anybody do that. And it's like the little things,
Sure.
you know, like, you know, like he didn't want to like sleep with me or like, you know, do that. Like he was just like treating me like a lady. And I thought that was really sweet.
That's pretty nice.
So that night we were at the club and I started drinking and we started talking and I told him, I was like, hey, you kissed me on my forehead while I was sleeping. He's like, I'm sorry, that's weird.
Yeah.
I was like, no, it's not weird at all. And we just hit it off, and then that night we're just like cuddling and kissing, and he flew back to Miami and I went back to LA, and a few months after that we kept on talking. I came down to Miami and we hit it off. We went all the way.
Yeah, okay.
I gave him everything. I gave him everything.
He knows what he got.
So yeah, I really liked him and he was really into me, and I think he didn't really realize who he was dating or who he was talking to.
Why did?
I just think when I start seeing people, they see me and they forget. Or like some guys, like before, they would see what I do and they would be super excited, like, oh, I'm dating this porn star or I'm fucking this porn star.
And they think that person on the camera is the same person.
Yes, but Andres didn't. He didn't. He seen me as me and then forgot about what I did.
Yeah.
And still until it started hitting him later on. He was like,
This is what's happening. But
he's like, I really like you and I'm starting to love you, but like, and I told him the same thing. I was like, what's gonna happen? Like, I was in LA, he was in Miami, and I would fly back and forth beginning of COVID to come see him, and he would come to LA to come see me, and I wasn't shooting no more. I guess I went heads over heels for him, and you know, we started taking each other seriously, but then life kind of started kicking back in again. How I'm going to make my money, and then OnlyFans came up. And it wasn't always easy, you know. I think it takes a very confident person in themselves.
Yeah.
A very secure person.
I can see that, yeah. That's tough.
You have to understand that, like, if you're dating somebody who's had a past, no matter what past it is, that it will follow them. You know, and regardless of that, is this somebody that you care about? You know, somebody that you really enjoy being with and you know, and love.
How are you guys able to kind of overcome that little, I guess, realization for him where he's like, damn, this is getting serious. You used to do this. Like, what for him how did he kind of overcome that to kind of continue? You guys have like a conversation?
We definitely had a lot of conversations. Honestly, I have really good fans, and then I have assholes as fans, like, who would like send him pictures of me and my scenes from back in the day, and like just be really mean.
Oh, I saw what's this guy's name? The guy who does the podcast with Logan Paul, his boy.
Oh yeah,
who was dating this other girl.
Mike.
Yeah,
Mike. Yeah, what's the girl that he
Mike.
was dating?
Emily Willis.
That's what.
No,
Lana.
that one.
Lana. Yeah.
Lana. And supposedly that he was saying something like, or were you the one that told me that he would put like a tweet of him like talking about like depression and like addiction and all this stuff, that people would just reply to him with a picture of his ex getting railed.
No.
Shit like that, dude.
Yeah, no, it's fucked up, and I would have to tell him. I would be like, please. Do not look at your DMs. Like, if you look at your DMs and you know that it's from somebody you don't know, like, don't open it.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
like
so disgusting how people are like. That's the shit that it's like. Why, bro? Like, what do you get out of
Yeah.
for what,
yeah,
dude?
they just obviously wanted me to go back to doing that, maybe, and not being in a relationship or
It was being resentful ultimately.
Yeah,
that sucks.
so honestly,
Douchebags.
those were the only things that were bothering him, and it broke my heart because I really seen him struggle through it.
Yeah.
And it's not fair. You know, it's not fair to me. It's not fair to him. Because we have a great relationship. But because of what I've done, I have to know that this is something that my partner, any partner I'm going to have, is going to have to come to realization.
Yeah.
And accept that part of me.
Yeah.
So he had that time to really think about, you know, is this somebody I want to be with, you know? And we got really close. I mean, we're like best friends. We live together. We've been together for 3 years now. I know his mom. He knows my family. And but I had to like open up to him more. I had to have those conversations with him and secure his feelings and let him know that, hey, like, you're loved. I love you. You're the only one I do want to be with. And I'm sorry that you have to go through this because I have to go with this. Like, the rest of my life, I have to live with this. But because you're my partner and you chose to be with me, now you're going through this, and I'm sorry. Yeah. So it's honestly, I'm very, really big on open communication, you know. And if he's feeling that way, like, I tell him, like, I want him to talk to me. Yeah.
And express that, you know.
And tell me how he feels, you know. So at least I can comfort him. And obviously showing him a little bit more of the industry, which he already had a good idea because his best friend, Abella, is a huge porn star. Yeah. But he didn't know what it is.
To date someone.
Exactly.
Yeah, and no one really is going to know until
you're dating. Yeah. But that was his best friend from middle school. They were middle school buddies. And then, you know, so he would hear the shit that she would go through. But now he's going
part of it.
Yeah, now he's part of it. And you know, I had to show him what the industry's about. You know, I had to introduce him to my friends.
Have him understand,
understand what it is and how I see it. Like, I didn't have a connection with most of the guys I had sex with at all. It was very like, I'm not
business.
I was like,
it was work.
Yeah,
acting.
Like, it was not. I was not into it. You know, I was there. Everybody's super cool, and that's it. And most people, when they have sex with people, it's because they have a connection.
Sure.
It's because you're attracted to them. It's because you want them. Yeah. You know. And my situation was very different, and it's crazy for me now because now I feel like my sexuality has changed after porn.
I wanted to ask you that.
Yeah, it's completely changed. It is crazy.
In what way?
In more than one way. I'm very disassociated from sex.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I think over time, after having so much sex, and you telling yourself, like, you know, going into it like it's work, you have sex in your personal life, and you're like, you end up disassociating that, and for me, how I like to connect is like, you know, more, I guess, foreplay or talking or cuddling. That's how I receive my love.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I am a very sexual deviant. I will say that. Because I'm like, maybe I would say like, you know, just having sex with your partner is not enough for me, which we had that conversation before, right?
Yeah.
Serena was.
That's right. Yeah. When we had Serena Santos.
Yeah.
So.
She's actually
they're
that's
like
my
boys.
girl. Yeah,
girl.
Yeah, that's my boy. That's my boy. But yeah, so we had that conversation, and I don't really disagree with her. Just the way that she came about it was very harsh.
Yeah, not having sex with one person for the rest of your life.
Yeah,
remember?
I remember that.
That one went viral on even Hood Ratchet. So I think that's where she saw. She goes, "Oh, I saw a clip of her."
I remember. Yeah.
But yeah, so I get disassociated at times when it becomes like I don't know, how is it when you guys have sex? I'm sorry, do you guys have sex with the girl just to get a nut off, or you guys have sex with her to make her feel good.
No,
like,
I mean,
because I know damn well my dude just sometimes comes to me and he's like, I just want a nut really quick, and I'm like, that's not what I want. Like, I want to feel. I need like more.
Yeah, dude. To be honest, it depends on the situation, on the mood. I could see. To me, it's both. You know, certain times it's like, I wanna fuck.
I think you guys just get bored, man. You guys like, I'm bored. Let me just tickle my pickle for a second.
Maybe it's boredom, or maybe like you just have a desire to kind of get, you want to nut. Yeah, you do. But no, I can also. There's also times where it's like, like I crave that touch,
energy,
being intimate and being vulnerable and like
holding your lady and
kissing, skin.
Get out of here, dude.
So, with that, and I have this conversation with him because of the way I've had sex was like so consistent. Like me having that type of sex, I don't want that. Like,
I can see that.
I want more, and it's weird because like now I find myself fetishizing my relationship.
Ooh.
Yes. And I'm just discovering this now because before porn I was like, okay, don't really know sex. I'm just having sex.
Right.
And then I get into porn, I'm like, oh wow, all these experiences, like this rush of dopamine, like all these things. It's fucking nuts. I love it. Like it's crazy. And then you get that, and it becomes a custom, and you're like, okay, what else? Now I'm
because that's your new norm.
It's like numbing almost.
Yes,
desensitized.
yes, it is very desensitizing. I think it's actually can be desensitizing more for men than for women.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. If you're a porn, if you're a male talent, you fuck for a living, guys. You do this. You wouldn't be doing this. You're fucking for a living. Dude. Like you're paying the bills.
Hey, can you imagine like you gotta fuck her and you're like, oh, again?
Yo, you guys are terrible.
That's kind of how it would be, right?
I doubt that you guys would be like that at first.
Well,
it'd probably be a couple years.
No, it's awesome, but after a while.
But I'm saying like these veterans have been doing it forever. They're probably like, oh, dude,
they're sick
babe,
fucks.
I gotta fuck again on Tuesday. Can you believe this?
Now, at that point, I would say a lot of the guys in the industry are sick fucks.
Really?
They're so like their sexuality has like been so twisted. It's nuts.
Like a normal, like they need different things to get off, right? Like what normally would get you
a hot chick isn't gonna do it anymore
because they fucked a million.
Two hot chicks isn't gonna do it. No,
man,
3 hot chicks isn't gonna do it anymore.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Yeah. So it changes. So for me, it did change. Now I'm not in that industry no more. I'm not having these experiences anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. So now I'm having a sexual relationship with my partner, my one partner.
But does it ever translate? Maybe some of the experiences you're like, yo, this shit felt awesome. This is great.
Again.
Yeah, like
and maybe with him it'll be even better because now
of that intimacy and that love.
I've definitely brought in some fetish things. Like I've had him like tie me up, like do things and take advantage of me.
Okay.
So that was nice, But it's cute because like he's new to it.
So he's like, oh, fuck, what am I doing?
Yeah. So I'm like teaching him how to do stuff and it's different. And so that's fun. So, and now I've come to, there was a certain period of time and I'm still there where I want to see him fuck girls. And
yo, hey, bro, this doesn't sound that bad, bro.
Yeah.
It's terrible. It's terrible because I'm kind of like fetishizing him, like seeing him be with other women. And then I'm like, I wrote it on Twitter. I'm like, guys, like, I don't know what's coming over me. Like, I want to see my boyfriend fuck girls. Like, and I just want to watch and like, and my friends are like, Gina's a cuck?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is Gina a cuck? And I'm like, am I? Is this what a cuck is? I don't know.
Maybe, you just want to see your man, you want to see it from a third person.
I think he's so hot when he's doing it. So, like,
I mean, he's a good-looking guy. He's like 6'8" when he's a tall guy. He's got some tattoos, tan skin.
He's really
clean
hot.
guy. He's actually really, really good-looking guy.
Yeah,
really
it's funny because we were shooting for OnlyFans, right? Just me and him. And then I was like, okay, we got to start bringing other people. And that was a big thing because now it's like that's bringing other people and a camera and another person
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
not me.
Yeah.
You know, so we started with that, and it was really fun. He was definitely nervous, but I think that's normal because I get nervous. Like I got nervous just being here. You know.
Yeah, true.
I get that.
That's a new experience.
It's a new experience and
Yeah.
new people.
So you brought on somebody else,
Yeah, I would bring girls.
like that you knew, maybe friends or maybe
Talents, girls.
Talents.
Yeah, we call them talents.
Call them talent.
I like it.
So
Was there ever any like dudes that you brought in?
No.
So it's always
Okay.
been girls.
Yeah. We've talked about it.
Wait,
but
I think you've even told me. Didn't you say something before that you actually like, you think girls are hot?
Oh yeah. I love girls.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think that's
okay.
what. Yeah, you were telling me.
Yeah,
that,
I was into girls before I was into guys.
Yeah,
like,
I remember you telling me that. So
yeah.
it works out, dude.
Yeah.
He's like, you
Yeah.
know, it's always someone new.
He's
girl.
great.
Yeah.
He's in a good position. I will say. So I do not believe that. I wouldn't say women. I think men have a hard time staying with one person. In general, no matter how good of a man they are, I do not believe that they can be with one woman for the rest of their life, even if that means jerking off to another girl. You know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You cannot stay with the same girl. And I tell Andres that all the time. Like, I love him, but I'm like,
Really? What does he
I
say?
know you.
Really?
Yeah, because
Does he agree?
no, he will never agree.
Okay,
with me.
so-
but I think he has really privilege, not really privileged, but like, you know, like he doesn't really have to worry about that.
Yeah,
You know, like
she's inviting him over,
yeah, like
so it's not like he has to go elsewhere.
yeah.
Why would you leave?
Why would you leave? Yeah.
But what makes you think that? Can you elaborate on that? Like, what makes you think that men can't just be?
I've
with
been
one
on the
woman?
other side. I've been the girl that a lot of good men, husbands, and boyfriends have cheated on their girls with.
Really?
So many really, really good people.
When you were in the industry?
When I
or-
was in the industry, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so people who has been married for their whole lives and they're still cheating on their wives. And they take care of their family. They take care of their kids. They take care of their wives. It's just hard for me to believe that a man's going to be with one woman
Fuck.
for a long time.
She's seen some shit.
But those are people that they were in the industry, or you just
Regular
kinda-
people.
regular people,
Mm-hmm.
and they reach
Regular
out
people.
to you, and then they want,
Yeah. I mean, I thought back in the day, I did everything.
right.
Yeah, that's just, I was doing it on camera, I was doing it off camera. It doesn't matter.
Right.
Yeah.
That's just how it is. I don't do any of that anymore. Like, just do OnlyFans, and you know, we shoot with girls. I shoot with my dude. It's a blessing, honestly. Like, I love it. Like, it's great. But yeah. So that's what I feel about men.
I feel like they just get tired of. Well, I don't want to say tired.
I don't
but you
think they
feel
get
like
tired, but it's not being able to
Instinctual and-
experience your life. Like, how are you not going to be able to experience life? You know, like, you're depriving yourself unless if that's really what you want. And that's the experience you're going for.
Okay.
I just think it's hard, like, for just anybody to just stay with one person, unless that's really you. You know, you're like a conservative. You know, you love your wife, and even then, it's hard.
Yeah, people still cheat even when they love each other. I see what she means.
You feel me?
I see,
So
yeah.
I feel like being
People aren't like they're meant to be monogamous.
it's just hard for me. But
a
I
long
think in this generation, in this new age, I think having open relationships is becoming a more common thing, at least what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
And having a more honest relationship with their partner. You know, I think we would be lying to ourselves, or the girls are lying to themselves if they think that
People are just meant for one person.
that their man's gonna be just theirs.
Like, he's different. Like, I know him.
That's
Just not the reality of it.
it's hard for me to believe, even because it's like, even on social media, you know, guys are looking at chicks. Even if you're not acting
did
on
see
it,
that. I heard
you're
you
not
also.
acting on it.
Yeah.
You're still looking.
Scrolling, maybe a
Exact-
like, maybe. yeah, that's
Exactly.
true.
Like, that's just how we are, and that's okay. I think I'm very honest with my partner. I think being very open with them, and like me accepting that, has made it easier and more honest, because it's more comfortable for him to like come to me like, hey, I think this girl's hot, da da da, and I was like, oh yeah, I think she's hot. Now I have a better relationship with my individual, because now he could be honest
Yeah.
with me. than just keeping that to himself and then telling his boys about this one girl that he
behind
thinks that
your back, and then you don't know about it.
And then
what
you
is he
feel
gonna
stupid.
do?
You feel stupid, don't you? I would think, but so I had these conversations with Andres, and you know, he's a very loyal person. I'm a very loyal person, but like I said, I've had my experience in life. I've done a lot of things. I'm not looking for anything. I am good.
But do you feel like you feel like you wouldn't be wanting to be with other men down the line because you've had that past where you explored so much. But other women who weren't in that position of you, they might
look somewhere else and be like, I want that.
Or compare it to what
compare it. Yeah. People are always comparing. People are always comparing, saying like, oh, what I don't have.
Yeah.
What's there?
It's true.
You know, and guys too. I think if you could become best friends with your partner, like literally best friends with them, and share that, like those moments and those intimate moments with them, I think the relationship becomes more real and more like a solid foundation.
Okay.
Now, not every woman's gonna be down. It's the fact of the matter. Like, we're in a society where we're raised by our mothers, you know.
A lot of times.
Yeah, and either your mom's like, get with the rich man, or you're with a guy that treats you good and is gonna marry you, and your mom probably got cheated on, so you're probably gonna get cheated on, and that's okay, because your mama went through it, you know, and that's just how it goes. But yeah, we've been having a lot of experiences together. You know,
that's pretty nice.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
We've had this one girl fly in. She was honestly the funnest one, I will say. Like, she was down.
The funnest.
Yeah, she's the funnest.
Right.
She's like a little gypsy chick from LA, and I tweeted that one thing, like, I want to see girls fuck my boyfriend, and I had a whole bunch of girls hitting me up like, how does he look? And I was posting pictures. I was like, yeah, he's so hot.
My God.
Like, yeah, and the girls were like, I'll fuck him, and I was like,
was he cool with that?
He was a little.
Imagine your girl's like, yo, look at my man who wants to fuck him.
Like a line of people.
No one replies.
That's fucked up.
Honestly, a lot of people replied. I think he was flustered. I think he was like, oh my God. He was like embarrassed.
That's what I'm saying.
He was like,
what are you doing?
Yeah, he's like, why are you doing this?
No, bro, stop. Let me see. Hey, don't do it. Yeah, do
it. Literally. But it's hot. I love it. Like I said, I love seeing him have a good time. Like, I love seeing him into it, and then he sees I'm into it, watching him into it, and then
everyone gets into it.
Yeah, everyone's into it.
I like it.
Yeah, so we just had this one girl fly in, and
I don't be quite. No, yeah, they're coming. It's his girlfriend, my girlfriend.
Sorry.
Yeah, tell them to shut up.
No.
I always tell them the same thing. I'm always they come in, they know that we're recording, and they're always like,
like slamming it.
We can hear you.
You don't get jealous? Like, think of like, because the way I'm thinking is,
you know what's so funny? I do.
Okay, so
it's so funny because it's so weird. It's like I pick and choose what I'm jealous about, and it makes me feel crazy because I could see him fuck a girl and I'm not jealous at all. Like, I don't even want to fuck him. I'm like, you fuck him. Like, I'm just gonna fuck myself over here, and you guys enjoy yourself.
But you are jealous.
But then in different circumstances.
I am jealous in different circumstances when I'm not in control.
Because you created the situation.
Yes, I'm in control.
Right.
I have the power. But when I don't, it like makes me nervous.
Like what? Like what situation? Like, say like a girl walks up to him or something.
Something
happens.
He's a very popular guy with the ladies.
He's also very friendly. He's a very nice guy.
Friendly.
From what I remember, he's a super. Everyone loved him, dude.
It's so funny because it's like I had my background and he had his background.
Yeah.
You feel me? So people know him in Miami for being a good looking guy, friendly with the
knowing
girls,
everybody.
like party, like would fuck her, but cool with everybody, had no problems with nobody.
Yeah, an anomaly, dude.
Anomaly. Yo, it's so funny. And then my situation in LA, like 100 times, like completely out of the water, blows him out of the water. Like,
right.
So yeah, I do get jealous. Because he's been with a lot of women.
You've also been with a lot of guys.
I know, but he doesn't. That's the fucked up part. See, he doesn't have like. We're in the city. Like he's dated this girl, he's fucked this girl, like he's still friends
She
with
was
them.
working, okay?
You understand? Thank
He
you.
was just doing
Fucking
it. He was
You
just doing
being a
it
whore.
for no reason. Yeah.
No, sorry, I was a whore. He was a slut.
Yeah, he's being a slut.
He was out there just like, oh yeah, you want some?
Yeah.
Like for free.
Everybody's getting dick.
Working
Yeah,
on it.
and,
She
and,
was just.
and I'm over
she
here
was
like
hustling.
I'm just worried about my future, man. Like
Exactly,
True,
yeah.
that's
I'm
true.
literally that's all it was. Like
Yeah.
and you know I had some good days at work. That's cool. Like thank God I had some good days at work. I would be so fucking upset if I didn't have a good day at work. Like you know. So for him it was a different experience. So my jealousy comes from a different place,
I
and
can
it's
see that,
and it's
yeah.
hard because it's jealousy at the end of the day.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
from different perspectives.
Sure.
For him, like he would not fuck a stranger. He wouldn't. He would fuck his friends, like or friends of friends.
Okay.
He didn't, and I'm like over here, like I would never fuck my friends.
Yeah, because then think
I
about
don't
it.
feel comfortable.
Imagine you guys are hanging out and then
It's
you
weird,
know, those
man.
people are there that he
True.
was railing.
Yeah, I'm good with the stranger. I never have to see you
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
I can see. Yeah.
You know,
I can see
unless
that.
I really like you, and then the relationship blossoms to something else.
Right. I
Um,
wanted to ask you, because I do want to get into, I want to ask you about how OnlyFans is doing for you and kind of how you transitioned. But I did want to ask some questions that popped up into my head. What would you say is like the perfect amount of time for...
sex.
Yeah.
Oh, like how long should
Yeah,
it
what
last?
would you I want to ask, you know, someone who,
Professional.
veteran and expert, someone who can has been on that side, because they say, is what's on camera the same as that's the two-part question. Should it be the same? Is it the same?
It just depends. I've had different experiences with different people. Some people are really out there in their personal lives, like they like crazy sex, and sometimes they'll go on for a while.
So very similar to what you would see on scene or in cameras.
Yeah, and then other times, you know, it's just, it's more of an intimate, like a close, like, you know, and it won't even last that long, but it's a lot more intimate.
What's that? What's not that long? Like what is?
Yeah,
Is less
what's the
better?
sweet spot?
What's the sweet spot? I'm such a lazy piece of shit. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I've gotten to the point I'm like, I just want nut. Like, so as soon as I'm done, like I'm nutted, and, like undressed, still going, I'm like, get off of me.
He's
Like,
still
I'm like, you better hurry up. Like, come on now.
So what's the cheat code? How do we make the girl nut faster then? What do we gotta do right? Or do we just gotta know our girl?
You got to know your girl. I think you need to talk to them. Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, and sometimes your girl wouldn't even know what she likes
Until she like.
until you do
Realize.
things
So
to her.
that's what I'm asking. So what's like worked?
Well-
That you're like, you do this to your girl tonight.
It's hard, man. It's hard.
Because every girl is different. I feel
Every
like,
girl's
no?
different. Because
Right, but it's also you have to experiment outside, because what if
So-
she doesn't know she likes it?
So
Yeah.
talk to her. Be like, and this is when, because I've had these conversations with Andres, and in the beginning, and he would hesitate, because talking about your sexuality, you're talking about what you like, your kinks, is really vulnerable. You know,
Yeah,
it's you're telling like your little dirty secrets,
Yeah,
and you don't want to be judged.
true.
So I think really talking to your ladies about what they like. What do they watch? Do you watch porn? No? Okay. What's something that you like? Like, do you like it when I touch your asshole?
Right.
Do you like it? Do you like it when my do you like it? You guys
You wanna answer that, bro?
Yeah.
do you like it when I'm choking you? Do you like it when, you know, I'm fucking like this? This guy's dying over here.
You're like, when I touch your asshole, you're like,
Hell yeah.
So it's those questions.
You got to communicate. Yeah.
It's a really big thing. I think I asked Andres about what he likes, like what does he want to try.
What's he into? Like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
You know, and he would tell me, but it took some time because it would be like, okay, he wants to try this, or he might be into this, or like, oh, I want to see you dressed up like this. You know, like, why don't you dress up like this for me, and then I do that, or take advantage of you. You know, sometimes he wants to just be sweet with me, and I think I come like amazing, and then sometimes he wants to
Like rough or something. Yeah.
fuck me. Like, you know, we went out drinking and then we're doing everything. Like, I'm out, like, just a body. So, you know, it just really depends. And I think pushing each other, too, to try new things, it's super important, especially if you're trying to have, like, a healthy, long
long-lasting
relationship with your person, because sex can get boring. I'm telling you this from my experience because of what I've done, you know. After a while, it's like, okay, like, I want to do something different, you know. And some people might be comfortable with different things. So it's just talking to your partner. I was comfortable with bringing a girl in because I like women.
Right.
You know, that's awesome. And I want to see him enjoy himself because I think that's hot. Sometimes I want to get tied up. I want to be degraded. That's fine too.
Right.
That's totally okay. Women should be able to be degraded respectfully.
When you create the set, you're creating the setting.
Yes. Now
you're not gonna wake up and
just get
hey,
fucked
bitch.
up. So honestly, I think it's just really talking to your partner and really finding out what you like as a person and telling your partner that.
Right.
Because she might just want to please you, and that might just turn her on because she likes to see you turned on.
Oh yeah.
At the end of the day, it's a mutual thing.
What if somebody's maybe like not sexually compatible? Let's say maybe a guy wants to bring in another woman, and the girlfriend is like opposed to it, which is something that can.
I'm be very honest.
Happen.
It is hard because, can you ask that again?
Let's say a guy wants to bring in another woman, and the girlfriend or wife, whatever, she's completely opposed to it.
Not into it. Okay.
Right. But so what does the guy do? Does the guy say, well, you know what, this is like a little fantasy I have. Do I give that up?
Means you got to make your partner comfortable. That means you haven't done your job to make your partner feel secure.
For me as a man?
Yes.
Okay.
To feel secure in you. Because I promise you, I know most girls would be super down to fuck other girls.
Really?
Yeah.
But maybe it's most girls that you know, because you know a lot of girls that you know in the industry.
Regular girls too.
Really?
And I hear this happening is that these girls would be into that, but as soon as the guy like takes it too far, it's done. You know?
Too far as in like
you did the first move and you shouldn't have. And I had this situation with Andres because in the beginning when we started talking about, you know, bringing other people in and he knows I like girls, he'll see me flirting with a girl, I'll start making out with her and kissing her. And as soon as he started being nice with her, I didn't like it. I didn't like it.
You gotta like fret carefully.
It's a very thin
delicate
line.
situation.
Your girl has to be in charge. And I always have this conversation with couples. And it's a thing. It is a thing because I know a lot of girls would like to be with other girls and their dude. But it's that trust that's not there. And I think open conversation is a huge, huge thing. It has to.
Yeah.
I don't think the girls can trust their dude because they feel like they're hiding something. You like this girl.
Yeah. What if this develops beyond this?
Yes. So I need to feel, and that's a big thing with Andres. I needed to feel secure in Andres. And he has. Like, I know that he wouldn't fuck another girl without me. Like, I know for a fact. I know that he wouldn't even enjoy it.
Yeah.
If I wasn't there.
And then there's a lot of women who don't know that with their partner.
Yeah.
They don't have that trust.
That don't have that trust. And so, like, they wouldn't even dare to cross that line because if I give you this, then you just go over there and not give a fuck. And most guys would. Most guys would. Because that's just how it is. Yeah. I mean, it sucks. But that's why I think being honest and having that conversation with them and making your partner feel good and comfortable.
Right.
Building that connection first before you even bring somebody else in.
I can see that.
Yeah, I think it's super important. Yeah, as soon as he started being nice to this one girl, I did not feel secure. And I had that conversation with him. And it sucks because it's hard to do it correctly.
Yeah, because then it's like, fuck, like, okay, we brought somebody in. You brought her here. You brought it. So what do I do? Just sit there?
What am I allowed to do?
I don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy it.
Oh, gross. No. Keep her away.
So it's like, fuck.
Wait till she tells you to make out with her, to kiss her, to fuck her. I would do that. Like, I start making out with a girl and think she's super hot. And then, you know, I'll tell Andres, I'm like, come here. I'll tell him, come here. I was like, you guys make out.
The first time it's probably going to be like a script.
it has to be her idea.
Yeah.
She has to be the one in control. It has nothing to do with you anymore. It has everything to do with her. So if you're having a threesome, that girl and you got to make your girl feel good. You know, like that girl has to be respectful enough to put her first, and you have to be respectful enough to put her first. And then when she starts to see that respect in bed, then you become more comfortable and more open.
So yeah, threesome etiquette.
Yeah, threesome. It is.
You can help some people out.
You know, for real, man. I mean, I wish it was. I wish people were more open with each other. You know,
I agree.
Yeah.
I really do. I don't think enough people are vulnerable with one another, even in relationships.
I think it's very important to really listen. So yeah, it's being vulnerable, having those conversations, because when you really know your partner, you know what they like, you know what they don't like, you know that they're being completely honest. Why are you smirking over there?
I'm thinking.
He's thinking about his own shit.
I'm thinking of you were saying.
What?
Wait, you was talking about the asshole.
You still thinking about that?
I just crossed my mind and got the ocean.
I'm dead. I literally just spit all this water.
I think I think if you really know your partner, you're able for you're creating a space for them to be comfortable with
Yeah,
everything
a
that's going on
safe
with the
place, man.
relationship, for them to be honest, not feel judged. Yeah, you're really able to understand and really try to work with them and whatever it is.
I agree.
Okay, all right. You got any more? You got another question? I want to get into the OnlyFans. You have any?
Get into the OnlyFans.
please. Okay. So, okay, you leave porn. You leave the adult film industry, I guess. Commercialized one. You meet Andres. You meet him. You guys hit it off. When did OnlyFans come in? Was it before him or was it? No, it was after.
Must have been after.
I actually had OnlyFans way before him, but it wasn't like OnlyFans was a big thing. OnlyFans was a thing for adult stars on Twitter, but a lot of people weren't using it because it wasn't that popular. And in the midst of COVID, it blew up because songs were coming out.
And I also remember that wasn't like OnlyFans also like threatening to take down adult content or whatever.
That was recently.
Yeah, but I heard that it was all like a marketing scheme.
I have no idea.
Yeah, supposedly they were gonna say, "Oh, we're gonna ban it." So then everybody started talking about it. OnlyFans blew up even more.
I don't think so.
No, you don't think so?
I don't think it's bullshit.
You think it was like actually?
Yeah, because it has to do with the credit card companies.
Oh, processing the type of
the payments.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, we don't want to be associated with that. Okay.
Yeah.
But obviously,
they took their MasterCard and Visa or some shit like that.
I can see that actually.
Took their stuff off of Pornhub.
Ooh,
they did?
I can see that.
Because they were filtering, they weren't filtering certain porn. They were just kind of like letting people upload whatever the fuck they wanted.
Ooh, I heard that.
I heard, yeah.
So it became a big thing, and OnlyFans was the next big thing.
Yeah.
Behind Pornhub or like these big streaming sites.
Yeah.
So they started looking into it, and so they cracked down on like verifications, age appropriations, certain content like being allowed on there. They got really strict on it.
Interesting.
Yeah. So.
But you transitioned into it.
Yeah, so I was running out of money, and it was kind of in the midst of COVID, and I had a friend who works with browsers and all them who was helping girls run their OnlyFans, and he just told me, he was like, hey, you should really start an OnlyFans, like it's doing good for a lot of girls. And I was like, okay, awesome, like I'll look into it, and I just started using my page again, and just doing solo stuff, and I was making like $15K a month, which was really good online.
Yeah.
And now I'm making like 6 digits
A month?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's nuts, man.
We're fucking up.
I pay a lot of taxes. I'll tell you that much. I'm paying a fuck ton of taxes.
How does that look like when you open up your OnlyFans? What does a 6-digit month look like? Like, how much work gets put into that? How much attention? How many do you respond to DMs? You got someone doing it for you?
Honestly, I need help.
Yeah.
So I'm on it. I am on it, and I have my assistant on it, and we're on top of that shit. But it is a lot of work. I'm producing my own content. I'm having girls fly in. I'm pretty much like a production company for myself. You know, I'm creating set ideas, wardrobe ideas every month. At least once or twice a week, I'm releasing stuff. I'm going on live. Sending out panties and socks to people.
Like
how much do you
Yeah.
sell your panties for? What's the most you ever sold your panties for?
$200.
Okay.
It's an average thing. $200.
I mean,
But they used?
I don't know what
Yeah.
average is.
Oh shit.
Of course, bro.
I use it and then put some perfume. Ready.
Some twang on it.
Your own personal
It's a
smell.
little seasoned, you know. For boys.
After a workout.
I was thinking the same thing.
Just zoom, dude. Like 30 burpees today, bro. 3 rounds of 30 burpees.
I'm dead.
Disgusting.
Homie's face, he's like, no. But yo,
Yeah,
you'd be
dude.
surprised. There's some guys who just want some fucking panties.
You open up that bag, poof.
Like a fucking bomb.
I'm dead.
So yeah, damn, dude.
$200.
Yeah, but
Sell our underwear. Game worn underwear.
I mean, and I'll buy the panties off of Amazon, like those bundles of panties for like $20.
Really?
them
So,
on.
so no Victoria's Secret.
No, fuck no, those are my panties.
Dude.
Yeah, you're $200. I want to get a deal.
Good margins, bro. It's really good margins.
Yeah, so it was really crazy. It was in the beginning I was making like 15, 30 a month, and then it went up to 60, and then 80,
Holy fuck.
and then 100,
And-
and then
and-
150, and then 200.
Holy
In a month?
fuck.
Yeah. Oh, I know girls who make way more.
Hold on.
Holy fuck. But is it because
So
the lion's share is not through subscriptions, it's through like extra add-ons or whatever?
yeah, so it's subscriptions, sexting sessions.
Okay.
Video packages, personalized videos, voice notes,
Shout out and stuff like that.
follow backs.
Oh.
How much is a follow back? How much does it cost for you to follow me back?
Sometimes $1,000.
For follow back?
Yo, we gotta start charging people.
Follow back and then you mute them.
Yeah, might as well.
I don't mind. I think the guys are fine. I follow them. They support me. You know.
Yeah, dude.
I love them like I do. They really do take care of me.
Who?
All of them.
like
What
the
do you
people-
mean?
the-
Yeah, there's
the
the fans.
subscribers, the
Yeah.
fans.
Oh
Yeah.
man, I mean,
and they're great. I have this one guy. I'm trying to figure out who he is because I'm so curious. He's so private. This one fan, and he pays me to eat.
he pays you to eat
Just
Yeah.
sends you money for food.
or sends you food?
He sends me money for food and then money.
How much money are we talking about?
Depends how many times he wants me to eat.
Oh, so then you record yourself eating or
Yeah,
something?
I record myself eating and I send it to him.
Does he have a preference on what you eat?
How much
he
food you
wants
gotta
me to
eat?
like shit. It's
How much?
Yeah,
But like a lot of
thing.
food?
Yeah.
Are there one of those like mukbang type things where you just have to eat a shit ton of
But
food?
I don't know. Sometimes he wants me to talk, and I'm like, I'm so full. Like,
Yeah.
I'm in pain. Like,
Oh shit.
he like wants me to like eat a pie, eat burgers, pancakes. Like, he wants me to get fat. Like,
Oh.
and
It's his
I'm
thing.
like, yeah, it's a
like a
thing.
kink.
And but he pays really good. I'm like, fuck. And I'm just like, I have to take a break sometimes because I'm
Yeah,
just like,
yeah.
yeah.
you know, I'll wait to bulking season to do that.
Jesus.
but yeah, so it does really well. And I'm trying to still work and do more. Still trying. It's crazy. Like, you make money, it's never enough.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
also because now your expenses have probably gone
Oh,
up. You
yeah.
drive a nice car. You
I
just got a house.
I just bought a house.
Exactly.
What would be your goal? Because like, do you want to have to be constantly putting up
I
content?
don't.
Like,
I,
yeah. So
I
what?
don't. I want to.
Because I gotta be honest with you before we continue. You're making a lot of money. It's like, what are you doing with that money every single month? You preparing or you blowing that shit?
I have 2 properties now.
All right. I like that.
Yeah.
I like
I have
that.
2 properties. One I already closed on. The other one is the Levin residency.
Okay.
But they're not open yet, so we just did some deposits, and then in 4 years when they open up, we finish
Oh shit.
closing.
So it's like
that.
pre-construction or something?
Yeah, it's pre-construction. So that's gonna be like, I guess like a rental. Like, I'm not gonna be staying there. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
staying at this place now for like 4 or 5 years, and then I'm also gonna put that in the market either for rent or sell it, and I'm gonna probably put it for rent, and then I want to move to Brazil.
Brazil.
Yeah, for a year.
What's there?
I'm Brazilian. I have family.
Oh, really?
there.
Okay.
Mhm.
That's
I have
awesome.
family there.
South America, where is that? Peru?
Yeah, it's
Brazil?
beautiful out there, man. I literally it brings me so much peace going to Brazil. It's a very humbling feeling.
You have a
Right,
big
yeah.
family?
Yeah, huge family out there. Huge.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's a lot. But it's crazy because like I'm not the little girl that I used to be. So like when I go out there, like
Do they know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do they
they
know
do.
who?
yeah. So I go to like this little small town. Like if I live there, I'll be in the city. Like I'll live by
Sure.
Copacabana, like an apartment. I don't give a fuck. I'll be chilling. But where my family lives, they live up in the mountains, away, small town. Like maybe they have an internet cafe. Like
That's
it's
why
not-
they don't know. They'll know.
Yeah, they know me.
Oh,
Like
fuck.
I was just chilling there with undressed, and we were like smoking. And I was with my aunt, and like a whole bunch of boys just kept on walking around, and it was like kind of weird. Like undressed started getting like freaking out because he's like, what the fuck? Like why these guys keep on walking in circles around us.
Yeah.
And we get up and we walk away, and this kid like comes up like completely covered up, just doesn't understand the language, and the kid has like a mask and it's all covered up, and comes up to me and it's just like, hey, who are you? And I'm just like, huh? And he's like, yeah, who are you? Like, I have some friends that are wondering, like, are you Gina? And I'm like, yeah, but they made it. It's hard because like when fans come up to me, sometimes they're like super polite. They're like, "Oh my god, so nice to meet you. Shake my hand. A huge fan, cool." But when they start hesitating to come up to me, it like makes me nervous because it's like,
how are they gonna approach you?
Yeah, like how are you gonna approach me? But like yeah, so they wanted to take pictures, and I was with my aunt and my dude, and my dude doesn't care. It's just the way that they came up to me was like weird.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, like I don't want to take any pictures. Like went to like this little posada. It's like a small somebody's home that they make into a hotel. And I went into the posada, and everybody knows my mom there. Everybody knows my grandpa. Everybody knows everybody. Like the town is mostly my family. Like we originated in this town, and then like my mom left, but like everybody's like a cousin, married to a cousin or uncle. And then, you know, the lady's like, don't worry about the boys. They're fine. Like, they're not going to do anything. And we go up to the room, and you hear these kids screaming my name, like just screaming. Telling, Gina, we just want to take a picture. Come out. And my dude is like furious at this point. He's like, what the fuck? Like, and I'm like, babe, it's okay. Like, they're just kids. He's like, that's fucking crazy.
Did you ever go down or no?
Huh?
Did you go outside?
Oh, no. I was being paranoid at that point because I was just like, there's just going to be boys. And he'd be like, yeah, pictures. Yeah. And I'm just like, it's different. But then, you know, I'll have an Uber driver who recognizes me. He's like, oh, I'm so sorry, but are you Gina? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, can I get a picture? I'm like, of course you can.
Oh, that's dope.
So, yeah. I'll get recognized everywhere. Like, I'll travel the world, and I'll get recognized.
And you're comfortable, like, or has it gotten to the point that you're like, oh, this is so frustrating?
I get nervous sometimes because, like, sometimes I don't, and then sometimes I do. Just because, like, there'll be a group of people, like a bunch of people. I get nervous. If it's one person, it's okay. And then some people will be like the kid, and then their dad, like wanting to take a picture. And
that's
like,
fucking wild.
And I'm just like, oh god.
The kid's
my
like,
dad's a
who's
huge fan.
And the funny part is, it's like the dad, the kids, the two sons, and then the mom was there. But I think they were lying to the mom, saying that like I was just a model. And like the dad and son
what type of
like,
model? What's her name?
Yeah, the mom took a picture with me too. I was like, oh god.
Oh my god.
And then later on when she go home, what is this?
Yeah, but it's pretty cool. It's nice. I have no problem. But yeah, I am putting my money away. I'm very, very fortunate and lucky to be in the position I am. I dropped out of high school. I didn't really have a lot of options in my life, like I said. So I chose that route, and I went 100% in. And getting out of it, I am very fortunate because now I am thriving in the choices that I've made. That a lot of people wouldn't believe that I have at the time would have made it, or some people hoping on your downfall, or some people, you know, don't really wish the best for you or hope the best for you. So I'm really glad that the outcome is amazing, and I'm going to continue to do more.
Love that for you. Do you... I have one more question at the end, actually. Do you, like, if someone were to come up to you and ask you, like, hey, for advice, would you recommend going down a route, going into the industry?
It's so funny. I always tell people to get in the industry.
You encourage
I always do. If I see a hot chick and she's down, I'm like, man, you should just do porn. Like,
really?
And my dude always tells me, he's like, babe, you're always telling people all you have to do is browsers and Vixen and you're good. Because I see a hot young chick and she's doing OnlyFans, showing her pussy already. I'm like, bro, you might as well just do porn.
But wouldn't you make more doing OnlyFans because you're in control?
No, not if you don't have a name.
Exactly, because she's a brand.
I'm a household name.
Yeah, she's Hollywood.
That is true.
I got really lucky because there's other girls who are big names in Miami that you guys know, but they're making like 40, 50K a month, which is a lot on OnlyFans. Yeah. And but they don't have to show titty. They show titties, but they're not having to have sex or anything.
Yeah.
You know, for me, it's like if you're already presenting yourself, because people are just gonna look at you like, oh, she does OnlyFans, she's a sex worker, or like her nudes are out there. Like, I don't know. I'm in a day and age where I feel like the world's completely different from when I started. We didn't have OnlyFans. Or I probably maybe would have tried OnlyFans first. So I don't blame girls for trying. But I know a lot of girls who stopped doing OnlyFans because
they weren't making the money.
They weren't making the money, and their fans or the people that were asking them to do stuff kept on asking for more stuff.
I heard that.
Yeah, we've talked about that.
Yeah,
someone said that before.
Yeah, they kept on asking for more stuff. So it's like, and the girls aren't comfortable with that. And because they're not going to make that much money off of it.
No.
You know? But I did a lot of sacrifice. For this. Like, I wouldn't be in the position I am if I didn't do what I did.
Yeah. It's almost like it's an investment.
It was an investment.
It was an investment.
Yeah.
Because maybe you weren't making that money at the beginning, but you were building up a brand. The brand is you. And now look where you are.
Yes.
But you also went full throttle into it, which is, I think, a testament of your character. You said it yourself, like, if I'm going to do this and it's going to be out there, I'm going to be the fucking best.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And if we fast forward the 5-6 years that you were doing it, I mean, I gotta be honest. When you walked into the branch that day, and I was like, I think, in fact, I asked you, I was like,
I know,
you have a boyfriend? Like, it almost sounded like I was hitting her. I was like, you have a boyfriend? And she goes, yeah. And I was like, is it this guy? And she goes, yeah. And I'm like, I know this guy. Yeah. And then that's when we started talking, whatever. But yeah, it's just crazy because then, like, you know, I met you, and just it's a testament of you know, that's the path you took, and maybe not everybody agrees, but you always promote it on the side from what it's done for you. But the fact that you just went all in, and that you really, you know, just went forward and you went full throttle, it just showed who, like, after all this time, like, you made it.
Yeah.
Really, you know?
Yeah, I'm really grateful. Now I'm trying to get my dude to do it too.
Really?
Like
Yeah.
the porn?
To get into it?
Yeah, I want him to do porn.
You think it'd be...
Oh, he's already
Wait, but
doing
what if he says no? Like, when he's like,
He
hey,
said yes.
Oh, you're right.
But what if he would have said no?
He said no too.
But now he said yes. Yeah. Got it. Understood.
Yeah. He said no at first because it's very, you know, he's like, how are you going to tell me to do something, you know, like that crazy? Like, and you know the position that you were in. I'm like, listen, like, you're fine. You're going to be fine. Like, you're a grown-ass man. You know, you're a good-looking guy. You're not going to have to go through the ringers.
Yeah.
You know, like, he's already shooting with girls who have big names in the industry.
And he's got a good reference, too.
Yeah.
Exactly. No, exactly.
The experience?
The experience, no, it's a big thing. And we're having my friend Zeus, who shoots for Browsers, Reality Kings, Naughty America, who's shooting us for my birthday scene. And yeah, so like just having that experience under his belt, and he's a good-looking guy, man. Yes. So like, why not? And I'm telling you, like, all the like OG legends of porn are getting old.
Yeah,
like
we need new blood.
Yes. Yes.
But isn't it kind of intimidating? Because it's one thing to have sex off, like, with you, but it's another thing on set, a bunch of people. You got to get hard on command.
I know. I already told him. I was like, I'm training him.
Okay.
I was like, he's going to be like this. I'm going to smack him in the back of the head. I was like, can you still be hard?
Wait. What kind of training is this? What's part of this program?
It's actually funny. There's this one male talent. His name's Marcus Dupree, who...
Write this down, you know, just to show for my friends, you know?
And he's a European cat. And Rocco Silfredi, he's like a European legend. And he trained this kid, Marcus Dupree, like in Europe. It was like a huge thing. Like he got a couple guys and like picked a couple of the guys and like would try them out and like have them fuck on camera for him. And he picked this kid, Marcus Dupree, to train. And then he trained the fuck out of him. Really? Like this guy would just be like,
how do you train them though? Like you
just got to be focused, you know? You just kind of like enjoy yourself, be focused and performing good, and not be distracted with outside things, you know, the camera guy, the sound, somebody bumping you, like
you kind of like zone in or tune out.
Yeah. And Marcus Dupree is like one of a really good.
I clicked on images. I shouldn't have clicked on images.
So he's a really good talent now. So I mean, listen, I see guys who aren't that great get into porn. I've shot with guys who aren't that great get into porn. It would be really nice to have some hot guys in porn.
But what's the training like? I want to know how.
I mean, listen.
How do you stay hard? How do you get hard on command?
I'm gonna have the camera guy on your shoulder, right, and giving you directions while you fuck.
Oh, okay.
You know, you staying hard, meaning like, there's gonna be times on set where like, you're just gonna have to pull up hard.
Yeah.
Like we don't want to see no soft dick.
How do you do that?
I don't know, man. Like
Wait a minute, a lot of those guys they take like injections.
right, that's
they
what
do,
we don't want to do.
Right,
I mean,
yeah.
but
You
dude-
want
You
to
wanna
do
be
it the
natural.
organic way.
Yeah,
you
you
know?
want to be natural.
I mean, realistically, you really think you're gonna fuck for like an hour, like just no nothing? In your
Maybe
system?
not you.
Clearly not. I mean, definitely not me.
We gotta know the training.
Maybe yeah.
I want to know the
He's like, "Give me
program.
the training."
Yeah, dude. Show me
I
the
mean,
ways.
we're practicing. We've been practicing, but you know things do happen. I've been on set where guys come early, and that's fine.
Yeah.
You
Wipe
just
it up
kinda-
and go.
Yeah,
again.
keep going. You guys do that all the time. You guys can just keep going.
I guess you practice.
You get the nervous nut out and then
Yeah.
continue. Like,
how is it? Because sometimes you have like these crazy angles. How do these camera guys get those
yeah,
angles?
it's so funny.
just get in there,
yeah,
right?
No,
Get
they're
in
like
there?
between your legs. They're right by your dick. They're
That's
on your
fucking
shoulder.
wild.
yeah, like
They're right here. while
those
you're
like
fucking the girls.
POVs, like the point of views. That's just like the camera over the guy's head, right?
Yeah.
Or does he hold it?
No. Some people are filming
right,
it
they'll
themselves.
do it themselves,
Yeah.
yeah.
But then there's the other ones that you see. It's like more professional camera.
Like they'll be laying down on the bed, the guy's hanging over.
no, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
It's literally the guys
I've
are
seen
like
behind the scenes.
no,
Yeah.
it's crazy because like the more amateur ones that you'll see the guys are holding and doing POV.
Yeah.
But then there's the professional ones that you could see the difference in camera quality. Those are the camera guys. The guys are laying back like this, and the camera guys on top of them.
Yeah, like
And
the guy getting
you're
the head
fu-
is not even
yeah,
enjoying it.
You're
Well,
fucking, and you're looking at the girl through the screen with homie right
Oh
there.
my god, that's
yeah.
wild.
Imagine, dude.
Yeah,
Imagine
man.
someone over your shoulder while
But
you're
it,
banging.
like that's what I'm saying. It's very professional. It
Yeah,
it takes
has to
away.
be.
Yeah, it sometimes takes away. But those will be the very professional scenes. But then you have Evil Angel, which is very gonzo. You know, the girl's hot. She's doing a striptease, and then the guy walks in. They fuck. That's it. And you put the camera down and you film them. Then you get a different angle. Cool.
Oh,
You know,
I
that's
see.
it. So there's different companies. There's different things you could do. So that's why I told Andres, I'm like, you don't have to do dialogue and do all that stuff. You could just start amateur. That's what everybody does in Florida. You start amateur. You do that regular shit. Get the blowjobs out the way. You know, figure it out. I think he'll be fine.
What do you just do? Do you just upload it online, or do you gotta?
What?
How do you start with amateur stuff?
I mean,
Asking for a friend.
I mean, the companies shoot amateur stuff. That's what they name it because they're getting new girls.
Oh, it's not actually just them doing it. It's just they're just new.
Yeah.
But they are professionals have doing it. They
Mhm.
professionals
yeah,
are doing it.
Yeah, they're filming, but they're amateurs. Like I was an amateur. Like
Oh,
I started
okay,
amateur
yeah.
porn. Like that's like Reality Kings, where the girls are like, you see that they're nervous and they're like,
Are they actually nervous?
oh yeah, oh yeah,
I bet.
yeah, for sure.
Do you have a? Can you say like, oh, I have a, like with your agent? Can you tell them, hey, this is I only want to get those type of guys. I only want to see
You can.
shoot this
It's a-
preferences.
it's
Maybe
a-
at first, not really,
It's
right?
a no list. It's called a no
Oh.
list. So you go whenever you're on site, you kind of go through things where you're like, okay, I'm okay with this, I'm not okay with this, and then some people don't want to shoot with certain people. So you'll tell your agent like I had a really good friend, like one of my best friends. His name's Ricky Johnson, and I did not want to have sex with him.
Because he's a friend.
He's my friend.
Yeah, sure. I get it.
Yeah. We shot one time, but we weren't friends at the time, and then we became friends. And I was like, I do not want to shoot with you. So I had companies, and I told my agent like, he's on my no list. Like I will not shoot with him. That's not somebody I'm gonna shoot with.
Okay.
So you do have that, and it's so funny. Like I didn't have a no list because I was super cool with everybody. But if you were my friend, I wouldn't want to shoot with you.
What about like certain positions or certain scenes you wouldn't want to do? Did you have something that were like, hey, this is too much?
Yeah, because some scenes pay more than others, right?
Yeah,
Like-
like if you do an anal scene, they pay more, of course,
Yeah.
Sure.
than just a regular boy girl.
Do you have something that you're like, hey, I don't want to do that, or maybe later on you're like, hey, maybe not.
I mean, thankfully, I mean, I don't think I wanted to. I didn't want to do like DP or like gangbangs
Yeah.
or like those crazy things.
Yeah.
I've done other crazy things, but like that's too much. Even anal for me, I was like getting hot flashes. I was like,
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
I'm
yeah.
sweating, like I'm losing my breath. Like it was a lot. So it was like
That's funny.
only once in a blue moon I would do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
okay.
but yeah, you know, I was pretty down for a lot of things. Just you would not hire me for those extreme scenes.
Right.
There's other girls who would be down. That
Yeah.
shit's wild. My
Yeah.
homegirl does like DPs and shit, and she's like, she loves it. And I'm like, my insides would just
Yeah,
be
it's-
screaming
it's
like,
not for everybody.
"God!"
It's not for everybody.
Yeah, but that's hot too, man. I was like, my homegirl told me her dude was a male talent, and for Valentine's Day, it was him and then like another male talent that she liked shooting with in their personal time. I was like, okay, girl. Okay. Different.
Yeah.
It was wild. It was wild.
I wanted before it sounds like we want to close it up.
Yeah.
All right. But I did want to ask right before we closed out, how did you convince Andres to like get into? Because I mean that's kind of your world, right? When it came to like the OnlyFans and stuff, how did you get him to feel comfortable to do that? Is he comfortable? He has to be comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, no, he's comfortable. He's comfortable.
What was he from the beginning?
No, he was not. He says I convinced him. I have a video of the first time we shot together.
Yeah.
And like I'm like holding him, and I'm like, this is the first time I something like I convinced him to have sex.
Like a vlog.
Yeah, like, he had sex with me on camera. But no, he was not comfortable at all. But I had to be realistic with him, and I told him, I was like, I either shoot with you or I'm gonna have to shoot with other people, and I don't want to. And that was the truth. I was like, this is how I'm making my money right now. It's not gonna be like this forever, you know, but at least it could be with you. Like,
Yeah.
and he made that sacrifice for me, and he shot with me the first time, and we just started doing POVs, and then eventually he showed his face, and then eventually we started shooting with other people, and eventually,
Little by little.
Yeah.
eventually,
Baby
no,
steps.
for real, and then eventually having other people shoot us.
Oh.
So
yeah.
it's like a gradual thing. He was never. I will tell you from the beginning, it was never like a easy thing
Yeah.
to go with. It was like I had to like ease him into it and
Of
take
course,
take
big
our
step.
time so he could feel comfortable.
I have another question.
Mm.
You want to get him to start doing porn. You want to get him into porn.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're going to start losing control if he starts diving into it and starts liking it, starts saying, hey, babe, I got this gig, I got this, so now I'm going to sign up with
I
you.
don't
They're going
mind
to travel
it.
me over here.
I don't mind it. I think because I know the industry
Okay.
and I know the people in it. Like I know how it works.
Okay. Okay.
You know, he had this job interview thing going on at Giselle's, this new restaurant, and like I don't know what's going on over there. And he was working with his ex-girlfriend. They're working
I
there,
can see that.
and it's Club 11, so it's like the after like late hour restaurant, so it's like from like 7 p.m. to like 4 a.m. And for me, that's concerning.
Yeah.
That was concerning because I'm like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. You know,
I can
like,
see that. Okay.
and they're, you know, but that's weird, you know. I know that's weird, but it's okay, you know. And for me, it's just comfortable. I know how it works. I know the people. I know the girls, and the girls are really respectful.
Right.
You know, like I don't think they're gonna do anything sideways, and I know Andres too. Like I know that he's not gonna do me sideways. Like if anything, I'm happy for him. I love it when girls think he's attractive. I love it that, you know, he's good looking and he looks good doing it, you know?
That's yours.
Yeah, that's mine. It's like my trophy.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm his trophy. He's my trophy.
Exactly.
We feel good about that. And I'm confident in him. I'm really confident in him, and he loves me and I love him. And, you know, at the same time, like we want to grow together. So like, it just makes sense for him to like,
Get into that.
Yeah. That's my life. That's his life. He's already, a lot of his friends and a lot of people seen him naked, seen his dick. So he's like, I'm already kind of doing it.
That's true, yeah.
But, and he has fans too. He has fans now.
Yeah. Thanks to you. Yeah. Put him on the map.
Yeah. No, people DM him. Some people DM him, like want to give him money.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And he tells me, and I'm like, okay. I was like, get it, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it's us just growing together, you know?
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to be jealous. I think I'll be fine.
I guess we'll find out once.
I come back, I'm so fucking hurt.
We're gonna have to
Bad idea, guys. Bad idea.
We're gonna have to get you back on and tell us
I
all
actually
about
would
it.
love to have Andres here next time.
Let's do it.
That's actually not a bad idea.
If he's down, let's get it.
I told him I'll come here first and like,
I like
you know,
Test the waters.
That's
I'll
great.
talk about us, and then you
I
guys
like
can
it.
meet him and
We'd
like,
love to.
And what'd you think?
ask about his perspective.
You came in nervous. How are you finishing
I
up
feel
now?
a lot better.
You do?
Right, dude.
Yeah.
It's a good environment,
I
right?
feel a lot better. I just think it's like, where do I start?
The
What do I
jitters.
talk
Yeah,
about? Like,
it
where
was
do
a
we
lot.
go? Yeah, we went everywhere.
Yeah.
We went everywhere.
I love it. We could keep going, but obviously we're gonna have to start wrapping it up. I have one last question. Do you feel like you guys would work if he was? Let's say he's a guy who isn't into any of that, who wants to have sex with you, just you, but he doesn't want to do OnlyFans. He doesn't want to do porn. He doesn't want to be on the camera, like that. Would it work?
Yeah, because God forbid, I mean, you're in a good situation now, but, you were saying, well, let's say in the future something were to happen, you would have to find someone else. How would that work if they wouldn't want to be on camera? Or to his point, do you think it would work if he said no?
I mean, we've had that conversation too. I'm like, listen, I don't need to shoot with any other guys. I could just shoot with you and girls. But, and I told him, like, no, this isn't going to happen anytime soon at all. But if I'm comfortable with him shooting with other girls, he should have the idea of being comfortable with me shooting with other guys. And that's not now, and that doesn't have to be now. But I think it is important to, like, have that. Now, if my partner wasn't okay with that.
That's what I mean.
It would be a little harder.
A challenge.
It would be a little challenging. I feel like in the beginning of a relationship was kind of like that because I had to just shoot solo. I didn't have any professional camera guys. He didn't want any guys shooting me, even though they've shot me for years.
Oh, wow.
So it would be really hard.
Yeah.
And I think it would get to that conversation. It's like, we got to be realistic here. Like, I'm losing thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
You really got to think about what I'm giving up here.
Yeah, you have to be on the same page.
Yeah,
understanding.
Yeah. So I and our relationship, I don't think we're way past that phase.
Yeah, no, it sounds like
we're still working towards more and like being vulnerable with each other and being open with each other and growing together. But yeah, man, I just don't think it would work.
I can see that.
What would you tell to maybe people who aren't in the industry, and then we'll wrap up, I promise.
Yeah.
What would you tell the people who aren't in the industry who probably meet someone who is, and then probably are curious about dating them? I feel like most people will probably be hesitant because they see it on screen and then they feel like that's what it is. But what would be like some insight about you off the screen that you can share with them?
Like if someone wanted to date somebody in the industry who wasn't in the industry.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to know the type of person you're dating, I have homegirls who date guys who aren't in the industry, who are regular guys and don't shoot her OnlyFans with her and have regular jobs. And she also escorts and does all this stuff. And I know it's not easy. I think it has to do with a lot of, like, I will always go back to it, a lot of communication. I keep on seeing this happen a lot. It's a lot of communication. And if you're cool with it, if this is somebody you really want to fuck with, then cool. But if this is somebody you just want to fuck around with, that's cool too. Yeah. As long as you're honest, you know, like, hey, I fuck with you. Like, this is how I feel, blah, 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 blah. She tells you how she feels, blah, blah, blah. And you go from there. I think look at the girls as a person before you look at them as like a porn star.
Okay.
Because they are girls, they're ladies, they just got a little freakier side than most, and they're more open about it. And that's, I think, the coolest thing. I think a woman that can really be herself and her body and feel confident about it is an awesome thing. And it's very intimidating for men.
I can see that.
Yeah. But, just see her as a woman first. See her as a person first. I think that's the only thing you need to do. And then, you'll see her and see if it's worth it.
The real them.
The real her. Yeah, the real her. Yeah.
I love that. That's a good way to close out.
So with that being said, it is time to break up. We warned you in the beginning. Final thoughts.
Oh, God.
What do you got for us?
Any final thoughts? Anything that you want to tell yourself? Anything that you live by? Anything that you've learned along the way that you want to share with the world? Now is your time.
I would say live your life. Live your life because you only have this one life. Experience it. Be honest. Be vulnerable.
Yeah. Be curious.
Be curious. And it's a really exciting time to be alive when you're living your life the way that you want to. honestly, you know, and you have to be grateful for every moment. I have no regrets. I just have experiences. And I'm really happy about it.
Lessons learned.
Yeah, man. I could look back when I'm an old woman in my deathbed and I'll be like, I lived.
Yeah. On my terms. On my terms.
Yeah, man. And I think that's a blessing. A lot of people don't get to live their lives the way they want to because they're scared.
It's true. Oh, yeah, that is super true. They're so worried about, you know, external factors.
Yeah, man.
It's nothing to do with it. With
it has
you.
Nothing to do with you.
Your passions, and that's slowing you down and stopping you from what you
and
want to do.
I think I've seen a lot of people hold back in their life. Luckily, I haven't. I'm a very out there type of person. I don't let nobody. Yeah, I don't let nothing hold me back. Yeah. I've done a lot of stuff. I've done music. I've done podcasts. I'm actually doing a fight soon too.
A fight? Like a boxing fight?
Yeah.
No way.
Where? When? Why? How?
I just got offered this gig. It's a lot of money.
Really?
Where?
It's 3 fights. It's one here in the U.S., one in Dublin, Ireland, and then the last one in London.
Oh, that's dope. It's not gonna be in Miami though.
I don't think so. But yeah, man, live your life. I get to do whatever the fuck I want, and fuck it. At least I tried it. You know.
She's about to fight now.
I do anything for
what
the bag.
can she do? Yeah, dude.
I'm a lover and a fighter.
Yeah. That's awesome.
That's so sick. Well, I love it.
Well, you let us know about that if we're able to go.
Yeah, I would
love to go see you whoop some ass.
I still have to train, man. I'm so nervous.
Yeah, you probably should totally get on that. Probably. You're gonna fight. You should probably know how to. With that being said, thank you so much.
Gina, you were awesome.
You were amazing.
And hope to see you again with your boyfriend.
Yeah, that will be fun. We'll for sure
get
circle back.
Really interesting.
I would love to hear his perspective directly from him.
Oh my god, he's a very analytical type of person, very logical person. So he's gonna be thinking about what he's gonna say.
Okay,
that's fine. Well, let's hope he's on board. Right? That being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for supporting. We love y'all.
Thank you guys.
Thank you for everything.
Ciao.
Peace.